Hi guys, my name is Andrew and welcome to another episode on AF Swift Tutorials. In this episode, I'd like to talk a little bit about data structures and how we create queues in programming. So there are two main approaches we use to create queues in programming, and that's FIFO and LIFO. So what are those? FIFO is an approach that stands for first in, first out approach. The implementation of this approach is a queue. Like you imagine a regular queue, first element added to the queue is going to be the first element removed from the queue. LIFO approach is last in, first out. The implementation in programming is a stack. You stack up the element, so the last element added to the stack is gonna be the first element removed from the stack, and therefore the first element added to the stack is gonna be the last one removed from it. So without further talking, let's switch to the code and I will show you how to implement a stack in Swift. Alright, so now we have switched to the playground. So what do we need in order to implement a stack? So first, let's create a structure stack and add a generic element item in order to make our stack really reusable. So we need some collection. So let's add an array of items and initialize it. So in order to make our structure real stack, we need to have three functions inside of it, and first one is going to be pick. Then we need a pop function, and the third one is push. So first let's start from implemented pick. Pick is a method that's gonna return our element, our top element from the stack, without actually mutating its state and remove that element from the collection. And we're gonna return top item. So that's it with our pick function. So let's go to pop. Pop is gonna return our top element and remove it from the collection. So it's gonna be mutating because that's a structure and we're mutating its state. Alright, so we are returning our last element and it's gonna be removed from the collection. So the last one is a push function. Again, it's gonna mutate our state, so it should be mutating. And we're gonna be adding an item of type item. So that's it with our stack functionality. But also I will add an extension to print our stack to the console in order to see how it's look like. Okay, so now we have a stack and a extension to print it. So let's create the variable stack and try to add a couple elements to our stack. So we initialize it like stack, and then we need to provide our type to our generic, what actually we want to use with our stack. And I'll add just string. So here we pick our element and it's 3, our top element, the last one we've added to the stack. And here in console you can see our stack, how it's look like. The 3 is the top element, then goes 2 and 1. Our first element added is on the bottom of the stack. So that's it with a stack implementation in Swift. If you find this video interesting and useful, give it a like, consider subscribing to this channel, and I will see you next episode. Bye bye.